Hello, everyone. It's Tran Bowie. Thank you so much for joining us. So when you think of fall, what comes to mind? Sweaters, fire pit, chili. Well, we're in Atlanta, so today the weather is much nicer. So no sweaters today, but we are going to talk about fall cocktails. That's good for any weather, right? And joining us now is Bethany Forrest, who is a mobile bartender with a business called Tchin Atlanta. And Bethany and I actually met during the quarantine and had a virtual happy hour. And that was so much fun. And I'm so bummed we actually haven't met in person, but I feel like I know you already and you're just as sweet as can be. So thank you and welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back. We had so much fun in May when you asked for fall. I said absolutely. So I'm thrilled. Look, I even got pumpkins for you.
Aww.
Thank
you. Oh, thank you. I love fall. I love it, even if it's, warm outside. But so let me ask you, how have you been since we last talked? Because I know during the quarantine you were not working and doing a lot of the virtual happy hour. How has it been since then?
I've been good, and I'll tell you why. I was able to do a few things. I was still booking small parties. I put COVID regulations in place, and I was able to do some things. And still, of course, I have my simple syrups and my bitters that I sell through Tchin. So I was busy. I was steady for a moment, and then just decided it was time to take a break. I think when COVID hit, I hadn't stopped. I just said, create new revenue, create new avenues, and just kept going. And I think it's very important for all of us to just hit a hard pause sometimes. And I went home and saw my family. So I've been good. I had to balance everything. And I am back now.
Yay. No, I think, and I'm so fascinated with how everyone has been coping and adjusting with the quarantine and COVID. And you're so right. A lot of us just found that we needed that break and that pause. So, but tonight, we are going to make cocktails. Okay, so, I think when the weather's warm, we pour a glass of red wine or maybe a glass of bourbon, but we're gonna mix things up a little bit. We're gonna spice it up. So tell me what two cocktails, I asked you for two cocktails. So what two cocktails do you have for us?
I have two wonderful cocktails that are not diet friendly. Please don't bring your diet to them. We're gonna earn our way to our drinks. So the first one is an apple cart, is all things apple. And we're going to use Laird's Applejack for the apple cart.
I got it. I sent my husband to the liquor store and I did have to open it. I haven't drank out of it yet, but it smells so good.
It is so good. It's Applejack, which is basically a brandy. And this is actually the first American spirit.
Oh.
Before the Kentucky Bourbon Trail and all of those things, this is the American spirit. I want to say 1851 is when this was established.
Wow.
Like Abraham Lincoln used to sell it out of his tavern. It goes back a ways.
Very cool. So it smells like apple cider, but not, I can't even describe it. It just has some kind of richness to it. And I can just get from the smell. But what else can you drink this with? Can you drink it with just about any juice?
It's anything that you would use, I'd say like a spiced rum, you can use Applejack with. Applejack is basically apple cider that is distilled. So the fermentation process makes the cider, which is what creates the alcohol. The distillation is what concentrates it. And so you get the spirit, higher alcohol percentage. So it is rooted in wonderful apples and neutral grain. So yeah, you have, it's not apple forward like a pucker would be, or like a sour mix type of drink, but it has the nice notes. It has maple. And so anything that you would do with like a rye whiskey or a spiced rum.
Okay, there you go. So if you're looking, I'm trying to turn it. So I'm looking at the comments coming in. Elizabeth Rose Cole, who's actually one of our new friends and clients. And actually, Bethany and I, Elizabeth, were just talking about you before we went on, and she's super interested in your boudoir photo sessions. Elizabeth owns Elizabeth Rose's photography. She says she can't wait until she can make cocktails again. That's because she's pregnant. She's due in January. So we'll have a cocktail ready for you, Elizabeth, when you when you are ready. So, okay, let's start with the apple cart. I have the ingredients for this. So let's talk about what we need and then show us how to make it.
Absolutely. So the apple cart, we're going to need our Laird's Applejack. And actually, before we do anything, you can use Collins glass. I'm going to use my mason jar because it makes me feel very Georgia fallish.
All right.
But you can use a Collins glass as well. So this is the glassware you'll need, everyone.
Okay.
And do you happen to have, I don't know if I wrote it down, but do you happen to have sugar to rim your glass with?
I can get it.
Okay.
I can run and get it.
Okay. While Tran gets the sugar, everyone, what we're going to do is rim our glasses first. And also, our second drink is going to be a hot drink. So if you have a tea kettle, go ahead and put your water on. Tran, forgot to say at the top of the show, go ahead and put your tea kettle on so our water can start to heat up while we do our cocktails.
Okay. All righty. I'm going to take you full and you're going to walk us through it.
Okay. All right, everyone. So the first drink that we're doing is an apple cart, like I said. The first thing I would like to do, and if you have simple syrup or regular sugar, brown sugar at home, we're going to rim our glass. I have caramel, and so I'm going to rim our glass first, dipping lightly to make sure that the top of your glass is coated. I'll show it. All right. So just have a nice little light caramel. You don't want it caked on, just enough to have the sugar adhere. Then you will take a little bit of sugar. I use these lovely plates, okay? And just lightly, gently press around in the sugar to coat the top of your glass. Can you see?
Yes. So you were telling me you had caramel. You made that yourself?
No, I actually picked it up earlier and was like, ooh, caramel.
Okay, so I love that idea. Okay, I'm going back.
But you can also use sugar water too, you guys. You can use simple syrup in its place. I just happened to see caramel and fell in love immediately.
I love that idea. Oh, so Lisa Dunn is saying yum caramel with the sugar rim. What a great tip. So I do have my sugar rim. I have too much, but
it looks good. No,
it does? Good. Okay. Yay. All right. We'll let you continue.
All right. So the next thing we're going to do, now that we have our wonderful rim glass, grab a shaker tin, our mixing glass, and we are going to take, I have a bar spoon, but you can also use a teaspoon. So if you need a moment to grab a teaspoon, please do. And get out your brown sugar as well. Okay? And we are going to take a nice heaping spoonful, I'm going to use my bar spoon, and put that right in our mixing tin. Okay? And you can add more if you like, just because I love sweet. So I added more. The next thing we're going to do is add our Laird's Applejack. Okay? We're going to do 2 ounces. Pardon me one moment. Pardon me. We are going to do, I'm used to free pouring, you guys. I'm a bartender. I'm used to grabbing a bottle and just pouring in. But if you have a jigger, please use that. You want your cocktail to be balanced and delicious.
Okay, so I always forget. So you said 2?
Yes. So we're going to do 2. If you're not used to using a jigger, guys, you can see how much your measurement is by looking by the lip of the jigger. So we're going to do.
See. Oh, I see now. Yes. Okay.
So we're going to do 2 ounces of Laird's Applejack.
Okay. So Jessica Graham is saying there's never too much sugar.
Agreed. Agreed.
And Michelle Thomas is joining us. Hi, Michelle.
Hi. Welcome. Happy hour. Okay. So you have your Laird's in your mixing tin.
Yes.
Okay. The next thing we're going to do is grab our Angostura bitters.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to do 2 dashes into our mixing tin.
Oh.
Okay.
I have mine too. I made a little bit of a mess, but clean up later.
No, it's good. When there's a mess, that's how you know you're doing it right. All right. The next thing we're going to do is add a little bit of lemon. We want to kind of add some citrus to cut the sweetness a bit and balance out the cocktail.
Okay.
So I fresh squeeze mine. Do you need to express?
I did not get the lemon.
Don't even worry about it.
Let me think. I may have like a little pre-made. Hang on.
Oh, pre-made works. A couple of dashes. You guys, if you don't have lemons with you, if you have that ready-made lemon juice, just a little dash. You don't need too much of that because it's already concentrated. So fresh is going to taste a little bit differently. Ah, there it is.
Okay. All right. So how much?
So you're just going to do a half an ounce.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
so you can actually take that take that lemon and squeeze it right into the jigger to kind of get an idea of how much.
Oh, okay.
We use our kitchen and all of its tools. All right. Right in the shaker. Okay. Now we're going to ice our shaker and our glass. You all, Tran and I have been making drinks together for a little while now, and I'm just so proud. So good.
Thank you. That means a lot to me, actually.
I love it. And when you said
at our house, my husband's usually the one that makes all the drinks. I'm just waiting for them. So yeah, so now I can actually be the one to make them.
Yes, the drinks you post when you get bourbon, I love them.
Well, Michelle Thomas is saying she's not a drinker. However, these are great ingredients for great desserts. Yes, that sounds.
Yes,
definitely.
Fall is the time of comfort food. It is the time of Halloween to Thanksgiving to Christmas gatherings. It's revelry and all kinds of fun stuff. So
yes,
don't cut calories in the winter. We'll cut them in the spring.
All right, show me.
Now we're going to shake for a good 10 seconds, all right?
Hold it. Well, I don't spill it. Yeah, I don't look as good as you.
Okay, and now we're going to pour our cocktail right over the ice.
Okay. Okay. How did you get well, that's all I got.
That's all right.
Did Judy say the apple cider?
Well, so we have apple cider coming up. We're going to top it with the apple cider.
Okay. I thought I would have something.
No. So now that we have our cocktail here, we are going to top that with apple cider. I'm using an alcoholic one.
Oh, I didn't know.
So Bold Rock.
Okay.
But you can also use, I have Martinelli's here.
Okay.
And you can use that as well. Okay.
Oh, your camera.
It always happens.
I'm going to get you a tripod.
Oh, thank you. I have half of my equipment in New Jersey.
Oh, okay. So, it's okay. This is a COVID version. All right. So how much of apple cider?
You just top it off. So you'll just top your drink off.
Okay.
It'll probably be about 3 ounces.
Okay, I think I did more.
That's okay. No hard rules.
I'm a work in progress. I will get there.
You will get there. You're very much there. So now what we're going to do to wrap this up is we're going to garnish with an apple. So if you have an apple, you have apple with your tray.
I do.
Nice. Now what I like to do is cut the apple. We're going to basically cut off a fourth of the apple. So where my knife is here, I'm not going to quite cut it in half. We're going to go a little bit of a way so we get the flesh, like the meat of the apple.
Okay.
Okay. You may need a bigger knife for that, and that's all right. I'm going to show you just what I need. Okay. So this is our whole apple.
Okay.
Flesh of that. Okay. And now we're going to cut it to really.
I have a smaller apple, but I did cut it.
It looks good. We're going to cut 3 thin slices. So I'll show you the
I'm going to take this. Can we see?
So go toward the center, and you're just going to cut. Your slice should be about that big, everybody. You see it? Okay. And cut 3 slices thin. And what we're going to do, if you have a toothpick, if you have fruit picks, you're going to put that right through the center here. So it's like that. So you have kind of a fan.
Pretty. Okay, I have to admit, I didn't know that you're gonna do. I had the apples, but I didn't have the toothpicks. And I saw your Instagram feed with your glass. I'm like, oh, I need to go get the toothpicks to make it look pretty. All right.
Yes, I love it. That looks good.
Yay.
See, it's fancy and quick.
I love it. Okay.
All right, guys. So there we go.
Oh, pretty. My toothpick is not long enough, but I will adjust that next time.
It can rest lovingly inside. It'll float and fan at the same time. So there's our apple cart.
Ooh, that is so good.
I'm glad you like it.
Like,
all things apple.
All right, I'm over here. So Lisa Mohar saying, "Oops, Tran." Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna work on that before our next girl tonight. Thomas is saying, "Love watching this." Jessica Graham, awesome ladies. Cheers. Can you dip the apple in the drink and enjoy it? Asking for a friend, Michelle.
Cheers.
Great idea, right? Uh-huh.
Gotta have the apple.
I need the caramel too, though.
Oh, the caramel really adds a nice kick. And you can use caramel. You can use honey, regular simple syrup. Some people like chocolate covered apples. I'm not one of those people, but you can get the syrup, the Hershey syrup from the store, and use that as well.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay.
Yeah, so it adds a little flavor to an already flavorful drink.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so your next is the caramel hot buttered rum. I cannot even imagine. That sounds so good. So tell us what we need.
It is so amazing. So what we're going to need, let's see, we have our water that should be warm. Even if your pot is not boiled yet, I guarantee you it's warm enough for what we're going to do. You're going to need a coffee mug. I like my Georgia State one from my time at Georgia State, and it's nice and large. We're also going to need a golden rum. Today, I'm using Angostura, which we know about their bitters, but they actually make wonderful aged rums too, based in Trinidad. So we're going to get our golden rum, and we're going to put 2 ounces of our golden rum directly in our mug. All right? So grab your jiggers, pour to balance, 2 ounces directly in, and then we're going to put that to the side. We're going to put in some work, you all. We're going to do some mixing and stirring, but it will be worth it, I promise. The next thing you're going to need is a larger bowl. I'm using this one. It should hold everything well. You're going to need your stick of unsalted butter. You're going to need brown sugar, which we have here. You will also need nutmeg. Isn't that wonderful? And as you open these, they will just smell so wonderful, everybody. Cinnamon. And if you have allspice or clove, you can use that too. All right, so here's my tea kettle. So that's ready. You're also going to need ice cream. If you have no ice cream,
okay,
bring that up.
Interesting.
No diets. This is,
Right.
an all fat, all sugar, all delicious, wonderful autumn goodness.
I'm on it. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay, so we have our stick of butter. It should be soft. If it's not, put it in the microwave for about 10 seconds. It'll get a little softer, okay? I changed the ratio a little bit, Tran, so it'll just be easier to mix. So everyone, we are going to use 4 teaspoons or tablespoons or half of a stick of butter. So I'm just gonna cut that in half and put that in our bowl. Okay. Next, we are going to put, let's see, I'm going to do 2 big teaspoons of our brown sugar. Tablespoons, excuse me. So we're going to do 2 good, healthy tablespoons full of brown sugar. We're going to put that right in our bowl as well. Okay. You're going to do the same with regular sugar. 2 good tablespoons of sugar right into the bowl. So far you should have half a stick of butter, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons of regular sugar.
I know Michelle's saying, "Lord have mercy." Yes, And she's getting tipsy just watching. Trina Myers is saying sounds delicious. So if you're watching and you do have questions, definitely post it below. But I will let you continue as I am getting hungry. Yes. I'm thirsty watching this.
That is the reaction I wanted.
Okay.
Let's continue on. And if at any point, like Trina said, if you need me to replay or go back over an ingredient, I'm here for you. Now, we have butter, we have brown sugar, we have regular sugar. We are now going to do half a teaspoon of nutmeg. Okay. We are going to do a full teaspoon of cinnamon. All right, and throw that right in the bowl. And caramel. So Kroger has these wonderful dipping caramel sauces. I think people use them for fruit trays and such, and it works just as well. So we have our Kroger brand. We're going to take a good, healthy teaspoon of caramel and add that in. The last ingredient, as indulgent as it sounds, it's perfect. Trust me. We are going to put 2 big tablespoons of vanilla. Let me clear off that condensation. Vanilla ice cream.
World. Lisa Dunn is saying, there goes my diet. I was thinking the same thing. Good thing we have Kale McCrazy as a client because I'll be juicing.
Yes, me too. I'll be in for my wheatgrass tomorrow.
There you go.
So now that we have everything in the bowl, we are going to mix it. If you have a wooden spoon, I find that this smashes it really well. And this is our batter for our hot buttered rum.
Wow.
So you listen, that's the reaction.
Yeah.
That's it. So we're going to take our bowl and our wooden spoon, or if you have just a large tablespoon, you can use that too. Mm-hmm. And you're just going to kind of mash it about to get the butter to melt down some and gel with the ice cream. And you really want to kind of turn your wrist to make sure you're getting that nutmeg, you're getting that brown sugar, you're getting that cinnamon, all in the mixture.
So we are getting a workout as we are about to drink this.
Yes. Yeah. So you're burning calories.
Right. You put it back on. Sounds like a great drink.
Oh, it's so good. And the thing about this, it looks like a lot, but what you'll do, and I'm going to show you after, is we're making the batter now so that when you have future drinks you want to make, now all you have to do is freeze in the fridge.
Oh.
And then when you're ready to have some, now you just take your spoon, fill in your mug, and so you're making about 8-10 good drinks in here. Okay?
Yeah.
Not more.
Yeah, maybe more. Michelle's saying she's going to detox after watching this.
I will join you.
I know. So tomorrow's episode will be detoxing.
That killed me crazy. So now you just want to mash that until it just looks like it's all blended together. Okay. Some people have electric blenders, which you can use it, which will be faster. Mm-hmm. I just am used to doing everything by hand. Mm-hmm. But you want it to have a consistency. Let me use my tablespoon. Let's use the bar spoon. That looks a little bit more like cinnamon ice cream. Okay? And we are going to put a good tablespoon of that mixture into our mug. Where is my lovely? Here we go. So you want to put a good heaping spoonful of that into your mug with the rum. Okay? You can also put a little bit of apple cider in there if you would like. You can warm your apple cider or you can use hot water, whichever you prefer.
Okay.
I like to put a little splash.
No, that sounds good.
And now we're going to put hot water.
Okay. How much hot water?
You're going to fill your mug to the top. I mean, leave a little room. But you'll just top that off. I usually leave about a good ½ inch between the lip of my mug and the rest of it. And then you're going to take your spoon and stir it up.
So this is kind of like your version of a hot toddy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is that. And for everyone that was wondering about the calories, we're actually not done. We're not done. I am going to
Okay, I've got to make this. All right, let me see.
This is your Friday drink when you put on your footy pajamas. You're going to binge watch something on Netflix. So we're going to put our whipped cream directly on top. Sorry, more for me. And then you're going to put that on the top there. And then,
oh gosh,
sprinkle a little bit of nutmeg and cinnamon.
Okay.
Right on the top there.
How pretty.
How pretty is that?
Aww.
And add a cinnamon stick.
Wow. And fancy. Well, I have a straw for my drink.
Yes.
So this is fantastic. This is fantastic. Thank you so much for this.
I'm so glad you enjoyed it. You know, we have a lot in our home to make good drinks with. You don't have to sacrifice quality because you're home.
Yes. And okay, so for all of you out there, Bethany is a mobile bartender. That means that she will come to your events and your home. I'm waiting for you to come over so we can have a party, whether it's just the two of us or an actual, party.
I love all of it. I'll come by for all of it.
Yes, I would love it. And then Bethany also makes her own simple syrups. And what is the other thing that you make? The simple syrup, but also the sugar. Is it the flavored sugar?
Well, I make the simple syrups. So I rotate the flavors every week. I'll tell you the 4 I have this week. I make bitters. Just like how Agnes Star has bitters, I make orange, I make cranberry, cherry, different ones with that, which are great for your whiskeys and your rums and add-ons to the drinks. And I also make this wonderful rum batter. So if you don't put the elbow into it, I will make it for you.
I love that. So these are all like great holiday gifts. So I have Bethany's information on the post. Ooh, what is that?
So this is a cranberry apple simple syrup that I made. I'm also doing cranberry orange. I'm doing a pumpkin spice and apple cinnamon this week.
Okay, I'm placing an order. All the above. Thank you so much again. So we'll raise our glass and toast. Cheers.
Cheers
to you. Cheers for all of you who are watching and staying with us. Grateful to have you and great to see you again. Thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.